Welcome to Gentle Yoga with Leo Brain. On behalf of Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center, visit us online at urbanyoga.org or Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center on Facebook to check out the schedule, make contributions via the tip jar. Those watching on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel for us, please. I'm going to start out today sitting. I'm sitting on the forward edge of a couple blocks, sitting end to end. You can sit or kneel in whatever way is comfortable to you. Maybe that's on some props, maybe it's just on the mat. Resting your hands wherever you feel comfortable. If you want, close your eyes. And as you settle into some comfortable stillness, observe your breath, which will slow down and get deeper without any effort. Just letting it happen, allowing it to happen, maybe inviting it to happen, but not making it happen, not doing it. Taking in your contact with the floor and whatever else is involved in the posture. Whatever props are there, whatever surfaces you're touching. Feeling into the movements of your breathing, the expansive rising of the inhale, and the grounding contraction of the exhale. Noting whatever part of your surroundings is touching upon any of your senses. Integrating whatever's there. Resolving to integrate whatever comes up, whatever external stimulus might present itself during practice. Turning inward again, scan your body head to toe. Take in all the sensations you can notice. Especially any unwanted sensation, anything you wished felt different in your body. Making note of any trouble spots will allow you to take care of yourself during practice by knowing that you can skip or modify anything you need to. And that any sensations that come up in your body during practice are also just something else to observe and integrate. Likewise, any thoughts and emotions that arise during practice, just part of the practice. We don't need to ignore anything. We don't need to shake anything off. But we can always choose where to focus when we find our mind has gone elsewhere and back to observing the body, the breath. If you wish to set any other intention of your own for practice today, you can do that now. Take 3 deep cleansing breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth with a sigh. Let your eyes open if they're closed. Let your chin come down towards your chest. Nice and slowly roll your ear towards your shoulder. Let your head tip back. Other ear towards your other shoulder. On back to center. This works best with your arms hanging loose at your sides. I didn't say that before I started circling, but generally do. Making sure the shoulders stay disengaged. Sometimes when we think I'm going to roll my ear towards my shoulder, to some degree we'll lift the shoulder towards the ear. That's not going to have the same effect as letting the shoulders hang and be passive. Let's change direction. When you finish the next circle, lift your chin to look forward again. Reach your arms out to the sides and rest your fingertips on the floor. Inhale, lift your left arm up alongside your palm facing to the right. Then reach across to the right, keeping both cheeks on the ground. Stay anchored in both sides of your seat. Feel from your hip up through your fingertips. Let your head be wherever your neck feels okay. On an inhale, bring yourself upright to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand to left leg, left hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, invite your body to twist some more. Explore that with each exhale. If it seems like a good idea to go more deeply into the twist. Whatever degree feels beneficial, helpful. Let yourself unwind. Inhaling, raise your right arm up. And exhaling, reach to your left. Inhale to come up. Exhale, come into your twist again on this side. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist some more. Let yourself unwind, come to center. Let's go ahead and come up onto our hands and knees. Maybe tip forward like that, or maybe tip to one side if that's better for you. Get there however you want. Stacking joints for stability. Knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. Inhale, draw your heart forward, let your head and tailbone go up. Exhale, draw your heart up, let your head and tailbone come back. Follow your breath, do it a few more times. Sometimes when I do cow and cat, as I inhale, bring my heart forward, I'll throw my toes under. And then exhale, draw my heart up, untap my toes. And just on the first one, started to get a cramp in my right calf. So let's see my feedback. After the next exhale, come back to the table where we started. Reach back, press into the ball of your left foot. On the inhale, reach your right arm out to the side. If you want to go further, on the next inhale, pick your left foot up, reach straight back. And if you like, bend your knee, reach back. See if you can grab your foot or your ankle. Pick against your hand, raise your knee and your chin. Release, lower down. Reach back and press into the ball of your right foot. On the inhale, reach your left arm out. If you want, on the next inhale, lift your right foot, reach straight back. And if you want, bend your knee, reach back, see about that line. Release, lower down. Step your left foot up between your hands and step your right foot up to meet it. Explore movement in your forward fold. Swaying around. Heavy arms, heavy head. Bending one leg, then the other. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Put your hands down at your sides. Lift your left shoulder. Slide it back and relax it down. And your right shoulder up and back and down. Inhale, reach out toward the walls. As you exhale, you could reach for your shoulder blades and hug yourself, or if you like, take eagle arms. Intertwine your arms, pressing hands together. And then if you're in eagle, reach forward with your hands in your elbow, forward and up. Inhale to open up. And exhale to cross the opposite way. Inhale to open up. Exhale, arms down. Take a sip of my water. In honor of the longest eclipse of the century, which was in the wee hours this morning here, I'm going to do some moon salutations. Very often we include sun salutations as part of our flow classes, not just me, many of us. We'll do some moon salutations today and mix it up. We can start feet a little wider than hip width, hands on the hips. Inhale, reach your arms out and up overhead. Interlace your fingers, point the index fingers up. On an exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, draw your arms down to cactus, step to the right, and goddess pose. Do like a squat with bent elbows. This is called goddess pose. Then extend your legs and arms. This one is called star, the 5-pointed star. And now pivot the left foot in line with the mat. So it's perpendicular to the right foot. We're going to shift to triangle pose. Draw the right hip back, the left hand forward, and we tip. The left hand goes down, right hand goes up, triangle. Now we're going to shift to pyramid. Now pivot the other foot and let both hands come down. So maybe your hands are on your leg. You can use blocks here for pyramid, is really nice. Let the neck release, let your forehead get down towards the front leg. And now we're going to pivot the back foot more. I'm going to step back to deepen that stance and let the back knee down and throw the back toe. So we come to this low lunge. And then inhale, reach up. And even look up and maybe tip back. You can do a hard open or just reach straight up. Exhale, bring your hands down. And now we're going to shift from this low lunge to a sideways lunge called Skandasana. So engage the back foot and back leg again, like runner's lunge. Pivot that back heel down. And we're going to pivot this way. So you can take the blocks with you like this. Let the feet pivot as the body pivots. So it's like a twisted low lunge. And we're going to scoot to the right from here to come to Malasana, a yogi squat. So come to center, both knees bent. You can keep your hands on your blocks. You can bring your hands to your thighs. Or this is like the classic expression in Malasana with the hands at the heart. And we're going to do all that again in the other order. So now we go that way to Skandasana. So shift this way to the twisting lunge. You don't have to remember it's called Skandasana. And we shift from Skandasana to runner's lunge. Pivot some more. Pivot torso. Lunge. And let the back knee down. And tuck the back toes in. Now reach up, look up. On an exhale, bring your hands forward and down. Engage the back foot and the back leg. Now to go from the runner's lunge to pyramid, it's a shorter stance. So once your legs are extended, you'll notice that the back heel is still up. We want this back foot planted at a little angle. So let's scoot the foot forward. And let the toes turn out a bit. So the legs are long but not locked. Head's hanging down. You figure out what position you need your blocks. And maybe you can just rest your hands on your shin, whatever you want. And then we shift from pyramid to triangle. Reach this arm up. And then we'll shift from triangle to star. So tip up, let the feet pivot. Stop. And goddess, squat, bend the arms. Extend the legs and the arms, step to the side, hands overhead, interlace fingers, index fingers point out, and side bend. And let your arms down. And I'll take a drink. We're going to do it all again, starting at that end. And maybe that's enough. Maybe just going through it twice is enough. So we start here. Inhale, reach out and up. Interlace fingers, point index fingers up. Look up with your hands. You can lift your arm. Move forward again. Exhale, bend to the right. Come upright. As you release your hands, step to your goddess. Squat with the bent arms, bent elbows. Tap this on. Extend your limbs. Star. Pivot the right foot. Shift the left hip back and the right hand forward. And tip the triangle. You can use a block or your leg here for the lower hand. And we'll shift the pyramid, pivot, the back foot. Still planted, whole sole of the foot still on the floor. And grab onto the block and let my head hang. Pivot up onto the ball of the back foot. Let the knee down and curl the toes. Inhale, reach forward and up and maybe tip back. Continue your back. Exhale, hands come forward and down. Engage the back foot and the back leg again. And we're going to do that swivel over to our Skandasana, the twisting lunge. Come to center, Malasana. Skandasana to the other side. Pivot, back foot, pivot torso, bring the hands over, runner's lunge. Back knee down, back toes untucked. Inhale, reach forward and up, maybe to back. Exhale, hands come down. Engage the back foot and the back leg. Step the back foot forward. Shorten the stance, get the whole sole of the foot planted. Pyramid, head hangs. Inhale, reach arm out and up, triangle. Tip, stand, star, goddess, squat. Step to the side, arms up. Knee back to the side. Up to center, arms down. It can be a neat way to explore in the hips, particularly the middle of the sequence when we go from the lunge to Skandasana to Malasana, Skandasana. So this can be a neat little, if you want to come down and just try that a few times. We go from runner's lunge, let the back foot pivot, bring your hands over here, and just at your own speed, explore. Letting the feet pivot as the torso moves. Feels really good in my head today. Now let's come back to runner's lunge. Step back to down dog. Take 3 cleansing breaths and make your way to child's pose. Maybe one of the reasons sun salutations are more commonly practiced than moon salutations is that it lends itself to incorporating a child's pose more smoothly into the sequence. Nowhere in the moon salutation flow where you could just add a child's pose. Not without adding a couple other things on the way there. Inhale, come forward and up to the table. When you're ready, exhale, push back and up to downward dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Now we'll play with some balancing next. We'll play first with Warrior 3, and then if you're up for it, if you want to, we can explore Half Moon, but it's your choice. There's always the option to stay with the Warrior 3 and maybe explore some variations there. I'm going to do the first side using the wall, because Half Moon can be pretty challenging, and using the wall is a great way to start exploring it. So we'll start with Warrior 3. So as I often do, I like to start Warrior 3 with blocks standing up tall, shoulder width apart, and we start squared off like this. So the difference here, if you're situated where you can use the wall, if you want to use the wall, you want to start with the hip against the wall, right hip against the wall. Or close to it anyway. Depending on the width of your shoulders, it might not work out to have your hip on the wall without also having your shoulder on the wall. You don't want your shoulder on the wall. You have to start out. So first, just shift the weight from out of your left leg and into your right. So the weight's in your hands and your right leg. Inhale, reach your left leg up, reach back to the sole of your foot. So there's Warrior 3. Think of your leg and your torso being parallel to the ground. You could keep your hands on the blocks. You could bring one hand to your heart or both. You could explore other arm expressions. Of course, standing next to the wall, they'll prep for Half Moon means I can't reach my right arm to the side because there's a wall here. But even just pressing your hands to your heart can be plenty challenging. So you can play with whatever Warrior 3 variations you want. If you want to get to Half Moon, you can rest the right hand on the block, bring your left hand to your hip, draw the hip up so your left hip is above your right hip. So now both the cheeks end up on the wall, that left heel, and both shoulder blades. Ideally, maybe that's not all touching the wall. And you can reach this one up. You can always just keep that hand on your hip. So use the wall as much or little as you want. So right now I'm leaning on the wall a lot. That's less effort. Now I engage a little more and I nudge myself off the wall. Maybe that doesn't even register much in the video, but now I'm not touching the wall. And it's always there. I can let myself relax a bit, back against the wall, I'm still safe. And when you're ready to come out, just see how slowly and gradually you can do that. Rewind the steps you used to come into the pose, ideally. Inhale, slowly stand and shake things out. Any shaking you want to do. So for the second side, I'll step away from the wall. When you're ready, hands on the blocks, square things off. Shift the weight Into your left leg. Inhale, reach your right leg up, reach back through the sole of your foot. So the warrior three exploration, how I can show other variations. You could reach your hands back, or to the side, so forward. Anything you want to do with your hands and arms, including just keeping them like this. And if you want to explore the half movement with the left hand on your block, bring your right hand to your hip. Draw the hip up, stack the hips. And if you want, reach your right hand up. When you're ready to come out, you'll see whatever control you can muster. Find the strength in the slowness. Every little wobble is for strengthening. Inhale, stand, shake things out. And let's have a seat. You have a drink. It's pretty warming, just standing on one leg. So. With or without blocks, with or without the wall. It's exertion. It's a challenge. Extend your legs forward and flex your feet back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down over your legs, allowing your knees to bend as much as needed. On the inhale, think of coming forward. On the exhale, think of lowering down. Inhaling, walk your hands up your legs. Sit up. Use your arms to nudge your legs apart to whatever degree feels okay for you. Keep using your arms to help your legs. Bend the right leg, bring your foot to your left thigh, left knee. If it doesn't feel good, having this knee hanging leg, put a block there to hold your knee up. Pivot your torso and your sternum at your left foot. And flex your left foot back towards you. Inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, fold down over your left leg. Reach your right arm way out to the side. Then reach it up alongside your ear so your right hand is coming overhead towards your left hand. Slowly reach out again. Bring your hand over by your left hand. Swing your left arm, excuse me, out to the left, turn your head to the left. Pivot your arm, point your thumb towards the floor. Reach the back of your hand towards your right hip. Feel your left shoulder back. Keep looking to the left. Extend your arm, let that rotation go. Bring your left hand back to your right hand. Inhale and walk your hands up your leg and sit up. Using your arms to help extend the right leg. Bend the left leg, bring the foot across. Pivot your torso and flex your right foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Reach your left arm out. And then up alongside your ear, overhead, towards the right side. Reach slowly back up and back out. Sweep your arm across, bring your left hand by your right hand. Swing your right arm to the right, turn your head to follow. Point your thumb down, reach towards your left hip, draw your right shoulder back. Extend your arm. Let that rotation in your arm go. Bring the right hand back to your left hand. Inhale and walk your hands up the front of your leg and sit up. Using your arms, extend the leg. Nudge the legs back towards each other. Draw the knees up, plant the feet, come down onto your back. Set up for bridge. Feet hip width apart, heels close to your butt. You can put a block between your knees on the middle position if you like. Press into your feet, inhale to lift your hips up. If you want to go for a deeper heart opener, you can clasp your hands under you, reach your knuckles towards your heels, and draw your shoulder blades towards each other. If you're doing all that, unclasp your hands. Exhale slowly, let your hips down. Fold up and down at your own pace for a few breaths. Inhale to go up and exhale to go down. Pausing where you like at the top of the body. If you like, maybe you just keep flowing. And when you're ready, we can take a supported bridge, pausing at the top of the bridge movement. Place your pot at the base of your spine and come down to rest on it. Allow your body to relax against that support, softening around you. This can bring some nice release in your lower back and pelvis. And let's come out of the supported grade. When you're ready, press into your feet. Inhale, lift your hips, slide the block out. Exhale, slowly come down. Take a little pause. Let's move both the blocks out of the way. Draw your knees towards your chest, hug your knees. Rock and roll to massage your back against the floor. This generally feels really nice, but especially after having that block there. You grab your strap, run it under your feet, and take one end in each hand. Or maybe your strap's in a loop. Some people like to make a loop out of their strap. That works too. Reach your arms and legs up without lifting your back off the ground. Sacrum, shoulder blades, and head stay on the ground. Point your toes up. Then point your toes down. And let your feet relax. And slide them away from each other. And slide them towards each other. Take your right foot out. Press the back of your right leg against the floor. Flex your right foot back towards you. Reach your left arm to the side palm up. Keeping your shoulders grounded, draw your leg to the right and turn your head to the left. Taking a couple minutes to explore just where your leg wants to go here. Remember that the strap is to be a support, a help, not a boss, not forcing anything, not making your leg do anything, allowing it to go where it wants to. If it wants to disengage, if it wants to back off, just let the gentle guiding tension on the strap facilitate whatever exploration works for you. It's okay to let everything go totally slack for however many breaths it seems helpful. You don't have to just keep trying to go deeper. Maybe you already found enough of a stretch with this particular posture. Some additional breaths in the same spot can produce change of its own from the inside out. Bring everything up to the center. Take the strap in the other hand. Press your right hand down on the front of your right hip. Let your arm and your leg go over to the left. Now, some folks find that they don't like how it feels to have the leg hang in the air. You can have a block or other prop over there between the outside of your leg and the floor. I feel stable and I just feel more comfortable. Very gently, bring those limbs back up to center. Raise your right leg and step into the strap. Take your left foot out. Press the back of your left leg to the floor. Flex your left foot back towards you. Reach your right arm to the side, palm up. Draw your leg to the left and turn your head to the right. Letting your shoulders stay grounded throughout your exploration. Bring it all back up to your center. Last one, bring the strap to your right hand. Press down on the front of your left hip. Let your limbs come over to the right. Nice and easy, come back up to center. Lift your left leg, draw your knees in, set your strap aside. Reach your feet up. Reach your hands up to grab your legs or your feet. You play with bending and straightening your arms and legs. Happy baby pose. If you'd rather invert in some other way, feel free to do so. As much or as little movement as you want, as much or as little inversion time as you want. Whenever you feel complete with inverting, you can make your way to the final resting pose, which might be corpse pose or might be something else. Comfortable as you do. Notice your breath slowing down. You get it deeper. You might just focus on that. You might reflect on the intention you set for your practice today. And you might just allow your mind to wander. Start to find some deeper breaths. And explore small movements. And then lead to bigger movements. Moving mindfully and taking your time. And when you're ready, you gently sit yourself up. Bring your hands to your heart. Thank you for sharing in practice today. The light within you sees and honors that same light within you. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend. See you next time.